Well, hello caretakers. How are you doing out there? Welcome to Caretaker's Corner, where we discuss everything that has to do with caring for your elderly and disabled parents, your disabled spouses, or your adult disabled children. I'm CJ, and I am hopefully helping you on this journey to make this new life, or old life as it may be, easier for you. So first, I want to say congratulations on making it through Thanksgiving. The first of 3 holidays we've got coming up, or the second of 4, depending on how you look at it. I hope your holiday was as great as mine. I hope you had a great time with your family, that you got some time to relax, and that you were able to remember about chucking some of the traditions that you can't necessarily keep up with. I know it's a difficult thing to do, but it really makes a difference. So today, I'm going to go over a bunch of questions that people have been asking me over the last little bit. They're repetitive questions, so some of you I may have answered them previously in other videos early on, but these are ones that people keep asking me quite a bit. Now, I am driving while I record this video, so if I'm not looking at the camera, that is why. So I'll try to keep up with the time so that it doesn't go too long. I've noticed most of you don't really like anything longer than 15 minutes at max, so I try and keep it under that. So one question it's a series of questions that keep getting asked of me is concerning Social Security, disability, Medicare, and Medicaid. And I am giving everybody the exact same answer. One, this varies depending on what state you live in. So what may be true for me in my state may not be true in your state. Also, if you move states, things change, so you got to remember to report any moving. And when it comes to any of these things, I don't have a clue. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, disability, that stuff is confusing. I will let you know that if you're planning on retiring and collecting Social Security within the next few months, start now. The one thing that everybody keeps telling me over and over is that it takes a while, months to get all that stuff in order to be able to do it. So you want to go ahead and start now making all those decisions and those choices. Contact the Social Security office. I told one person the other day, pack a lunch and just sit there until they answer all your questions. I mean, like out where we are, we're in a very rural area. I got to drive almost 100 miles to my Social Security office. So when I say it's an all-day affair, it is an all-day affair for me to go to the Social Security office. I know a lot of people that, the list of questions they have is crazy, but they're legitimate questions that need to be answered, and not all of them are answered on the website. Now, a lot of stuff you can do on a website, but especially if you're doing early retirement, where you have to worry about how much money you make per year. Does it count, like if you're not retiring at the very first of the year, how much money can you earn? And does it count before retirement or after retirement? It can get crazy when it comes to all of that. And I don't have a gosh darn clue about any of it. I will tell you what I know. And for my area on items, so like, there's not a whole lot I know when it comes to this. Like if it's disability, I know that if you're single, you get better disability than if you're married and you're both on disability, which is why a lot of people who are disabled are choosing not to get married because it is a massively higher amount. Apparently they think 2 people should require less money to live than 1 person. And none of it is a lot of money. So just let you know there, disability is a crap money. I don't understand why everybody's like, oh, well, you should get disability for this or this. It is not a lot of money, and it's not enough to live on. It's there for people that absolutely need it, and I think it's a great program, and I've known a lot of people that absolutely did need it, and it made a difference in their lives, but I also know that it is not a lot of money. Social Security, I know enough to know that it's based on how much you've earned, how long you've worked, how much you put in the system. So obviously the more you put in, the more ideally you're supposed to be able to take out. And like I said, I know from a lot of people from work that you have to start making those decisions months in advance, because you have to not only look at when do you retire, you got to look at how much money you've earned. So if you're doing, like I said earlier, if you're doing early retirement, I think you're only allowed to make like $1,800 a month, and so cash, and then your Social Security, at anything you go over that, you have to pay some of that back. Totally different rant I won't get into, that I don't agree with any of that, but that this is not the channel for that. But those are things that you're going to want to take into account. And as I said earlier, just pack a lunch and go to the Social Security office, write down all the questions you have, and just sit there and take your phone. You have the recording ability on your phone for voice recording. Let them know that you're doing it because you need to review this, and it'll be easier for you to review it that way. Take notes, because you don't want to mess any of that up, because it can take you longer to get it going. It can also cost you a lot of money if you do. So I want what's best for everybody when it comes to retirement. You deserve it. You worked hard to get there, and you deserve that. You deserve the best life possible at that point. Another question that people have asked me is, do I put Barbara's medicine together myself, or do I go through a service? One, I know there are great services out there, but I do not know how to go about accessing them. I just did it this morning. I put her medicine together every 2 weeks. So that way she'll have, like I said, 2 weeks worth or 14 days worth of medicine. Make sure it falls on a weekend so that I'm more likely to have it off and it's easier for me to do. And also I have a whiteboard on the refrigerator with a list of all of her medications and the dates that they should be refilled. And I'm like, we live in this wonderful world where we have all these great apps for all these pharmacies, and they're supposed to have auto refill and all this stuff, and I've discovered more often than not they don't work very well. And she's got certain medications she cannot run out of because it literally causes her to quit functioning. Issue we just had this last couple of days. We thought she was coming down with the flu or something, but it was a medication issue. Where she was just kind of going through DTs because I messed up. I take the blame for it. I messed up, but we got it fixed and she's doing better. But I know that with the pharmacy we have to go through for her, they mess up a lot on getting her stuff refilled. So I have a board so that way I can keep up with, okay, tomorrow is the 2nd. I know she's got, because I did her medicine today, she got a medicine that should be refilled on the 4th. So I know that on the 4th, I need to have her go through and make sure that it is in process to be refilled. It's a notebook kind of like an old trapper keeper, for those of you who know what one of those are. And it holds all of the bottles of her medicine, all of the bottles. And then we have a printed out list that my best friend Melissa put together for me, so I can go through, and as I'm filling her medicine morning, so we do morning, noon, afternoon, and night, and I can just check it off. And it's got a little section where enough room that if I run out, because like I said, I'm doing it for 2 weeks, some of her medicine, you don't have extras of, you just have exactly that many. So you gotta write in, hey, I've only got this from the 1st through the 9th on it. We have each of the items numbered, so that way we know exactly. If I say we've only got it in 1 through 9, you know that 10 through 14 need the medicine. And we find that to be very convenient. And that's just stuff we've put together over the years, all of us working together. Melissa every couple of months has to print me out the list, and we add or subtract as needed. And that's been a great help, because then you visually can see everything too. I'm a very visual person on some things. And if I can see, oh, wait, I didn't click this one, I didn't check this one off, did I put it in there? I can double check that. Like I said, there are services, but I don't know of anyone who uses them. And I also, like I said, I've never used them. And then, those were the 2 big questions I've been getting. The other one was just about how I deal with stress. And quite frankly, I go to the gym. I took up yoga about 2 years ago now, I guess, and it is the most awesome thing in the world. And that's one of those things where it goes back to boundaries. I have told everybody that, even my job. I even told my job, Mondays and Wednesdays, 5:30 to 6:30, I am unavailable. Unless it is a true emergency. I'm at the yoga. And I try and go on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays to the gym for weights. And that really has helped out a lot with my stress level. One, it gives me time for meditation. It gives me time by myself to just relax and decompress. And so, even if you don't go to the gym or you don't have the ability to do yoga, you can go out for a walk. If you live in an area where it's cold, you can go to a mall and do the walking. That's what a lot of people do in our area. I guess about all our mall is good for. And it is truly made a big difference, I think, not only in my health, physical health, and my mental health, but in my ability to be able to take good care of my family. Even when my dad was alive, I didn't do the gym on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays when Dad was alive, but I did, like I said, I've been doing yoga for about 2 years. So my suggestion to really help with stress is take time for yourself and set boundaries. You need that time. Yeah, it's selfish, but you need to take it. If you don't, then you're going to burn out. And my big question for everybody is, if you burn out, who's going to take care of you? That's a good question. So, and that's one of those that you really need to think about. In the event that you burn out, who is there to take care of you? Because not only are they going to take care of you, they got to take care of you, they got to take care of those that you are currently taking care of. So treat yourself, take care of your own health, go to the gym, go out for a walk, get some fresh air, fresh air will do amazing. If you start to feel overwhelmed and just like you're gonna burst at the seams, or you just want to scream and shout, well, go outside, get some fresh air, scream, shout. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. It helps relieve the stress in your body, and that's actually been scientifically proven by I think it's Harvard and Stanford that did studies on that. So look it up. It's on the internet. So I want you guys to have a great day. I will see you next Sunday. I know that this is a very stressful time of the year with Christmas coming up and Hanukkah and whichever of the winter type holidays you happen to celebrate. So happy holidays to everybody. Stay calm. Don't get too stressed out. And remember, we're here for you as a community. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.